Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of Truth Carpet. You are back with your best friend duo ever to walk upon this earth. Okay? Love Loud. It is I, Simone Loud, one half of Love Loud LLC, and I'm with my bestie. Let them know who you is, girl.
Hey y'all, it's Unique Love, also known as Yaya. How y'all doing? How you doing?
We are back and it is with another episode. We are on episode 11 of season 6. Can you believe it? Ooh, I can't believe it. Ooh, I can't believe it. Yes. I really can't believe it though. But I'm excited. We here, period. Still doing it.
I can believe it because we've been working hard
We have
putting
been
these
working
episodes together. You harder than me because you're the tech person, but
hard.
you and AI have been working harder than Yaski's. But
Child,
I can believe it. There's work that goes into this.
there's definitely work that goes into it. I told you. I'm still waiting for the day that me, Simone, does not have to do the editing. Okay? I look forward to it. Just recording and the producers be like, all right, the episode will come out. We'll be like, all right, cool. That was a good session. See y'all next
Yes,
week. That's what I'm waiting on. Just going to the studio, do our thing, and leave. That's it.
yes. I'm
But
looking forward to having ads in our podcast episodes and hearing a little ka-ching in my bank account. Not a little, hearing a ka-ching in my bank account.
at the ATM,
Yes, yes, I like that sound. That's a good one, Moni.
girl, let's go ahead and check in, honey, because we ain't checked in a little bit. I mean, for the
Hmm.
people, it's been 2 weeks, but for us, it's been a while. Because baby girl been gone. I've been
Yeah,
out and about and doing things, and we've been enjoying life.
yes.
Go ahead with the check in, girl. How you been?
I've been great.
Uh-huh.
I can really only speak for like these past 2 weeks. Life has been good. I've been in a great mood recently. I've been speaking up for myself and setting healthy boundaries with people, whether whoever they were. Like it doesn't matter whoever you are, because I have to think, what do I want for myself? Do I want to go skating, or do I want to sit down? Do I want to go turn up, or do I want to sleep in a bed? And I have to be okay with whatever. That was a whack example, but I'm trying not to share too much of my business. But basically, like at the end of the day, am I going to be talking to myself like, yeah, why did you do that? Why did you try to like? Why didn't you think about yourself? Put you first. Put you first.
You gotta put you first. You
Yeah,
gotta put
like
you first.
even when it comes to my little nephews, it's hard to say no to them sometimes because they're so cute, right? And my boyfriend too. It's so cute, right? So I want to say yes all the time. So yesterday they wanted me to come over their house after we done spent the whole day together at the beach. You want me to come over your house too? And I just had to say no. I already had plans. And then Niall said, "Auntie Aya, can I sleep over your house?" And I wanted to say yes because I love when they hang out with me. But I said, "Oh no, I'm sorry, I have to podcast in the morning." And then they asked me what podcasting is. Um, so yeah, setting clear boundaries with people, as well as getting outside. And even as far as getting outside to do a Target run or grab something from my mom's house real quick. I am seeing that that's putting me in a better mood. I've had some weeks that I felt depressed and really low, and I don't want to be a part of the world. And then now I'm just seeing, if I just get outside a little bit for the day, I'll be okay. I'm in such a great mood now because, like I said yesterday, we went to the beach. It was our family beach day. Unfortunately, I did not wear my black girl sunscreen, so I got burnt. Like I'm like, oh my god, it kind of hurts to take a shower. So I learned my lesson, but I am gonna go back to the beach before this summer is over. Hopefully, I can get a healthy even tan before winter. I mean, before fall. And yeah, just being amongst people that I love and who love me back, and just chilling at the beach and watching the kids play and take pictures and everything was like so much fun. Just to and the weather was perfect, so it was just such a great time, and it gave me the energy that I needed to hold me over. And
That
then
better,
prior to that, huh?
And that battery in your back.
Yes, like a lot of those batteries. I feel like I just could just keep going. I'm so excited. And then last week we were together, and
Right.
so me and Moni are best friends, and while New York is very close, I started laughing because I had asked my boyfriend if he wanted to go to Brooklyn. And he was like, Brooklyn, I don't feel like it today. That's like going 2 states over. I started laughing. I was like, yo, it's actually true because I think, it's just right there. But it is a journey. Like if I go and spend maybe like from an event from 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock with y'all could be done and then you could enjoy the rest. Same thing when you come to Jersey, you're enjoying the rest of your day, but the person that has to commute, it's like
Yeah.
your day is over. So yes, Moni lives close, but it's not an easy close where I could just hop on over to her house. But it was so much fun.
So much fun.
And after I finish, you can jump in with your check in to see not just Moni, but PC and Tasha and Kia.
Yeah.
And Shardea joined us too for Kia's matrimonial celebration. It did not feel just like a wedding celebration for me. It felt like a reunion. It
Yeah.
felt like time never passed by. Even with us communicating over brunch and over twerking and over everything that we did our 30 hours in DC. um the only thing was that we were talking about life now, like paying bills and living
Yeah.
alone and having children and being married, like those things we weren't talking about the last time we were together. That's not the stuff that was on the table. So it was like a reunion but on adult shit. Like we really living this life where we're living with men. Not us, but some of us in the clique, like we all are doing different things. We have a doctor, we have doctors loading, we have teachers, we have psychologists, we have all these people, officers, we have all these things, all these people in our core group. And it's just like amazing that it's nice when we're able to push pause on life and come together and not have any responsibilities for that lump of time. And it makes me want to do it again. Like, you ever have friends where you're like, damn, I ain't see this person in X amount of years, or even if it's 1 year, and I don't know how we gonna connect with each other. It's gonna be weird. What do I do? What do I say? I did not feel that.
Right. It always feels like no time has passed. Even though the subjects may be a little different, we catching up on life, who's doing what, who been where, who dating who, what's
Who
going
having a
on.
baby next?
Right, who getting married next, all of the things. I love that every time we get together, it's literally like no time has passed. Ain't been together maybe 4 or 5 years all at once and still able to sit as if we see each other all the time. I love that so much. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
that's my core group, that's my fam, it's my S fam.
Yeah. I also feel like after creating that group in college, when we separate, I mean, when I meet people after, this relationship has sustained, I think I counted 12 years. And then when we cheers to it, I don't know where you were, but it was me, PC, and Tasha. You probably were twerking on the floor or something. We cheers to it, and I was like, yo. And then Tasha was like, did you say whatever amount of years it was? And we're like, dang. Like, we've all went about our lives and met people afterwards, but this one is solid. Like, there's no breaking this core.
Yeah.
Not at all. And we don't even speak every day, all of us.
No, we do not
So,
speak every day.
yeah.
I was
So,
trying to hold on to as long as we could talk as possible. I was like, dang, I gotta leave. I got a flight to catch. I
yeah.
cried. I was like, no, I don't want to leave y'all. It's so short. It was very bittersweet. It was so good to have everybody together, even for a short period of time. It was a beautiful moment. I'm going to cherish for a very, very long time
Yeah.
until we meet all together.
Yeah, but those two things definitely is where my mind is at as far as like the excitement that I feel. I'm just so happy.
Yeah, that definitely adds to the happiness. Heart is completely full. I mean,
Yeah.
for me, like I've been able to do a lot over the past few weeks, that has kept my cup running over. Okay, my July in general so far has been amazing. I was able to go to Arizona, go to my mom, see my mom, my pawpaw, my sisters, my nephew, spend time with family. It was so nice to have everybody together once again. I haven't had me and my sisters and my nephew, like everybody together all at the same time in a very long time. So it felt really nice to just have that bonding time with everyone. So I stayed there for a few days. And then I went up to Oakland, spent time with my dad and my sisters, and we haven't all been together in a long time. It was nice to be able to do that and even be able to spend time together for my Nana's birthday on July 17th. I made T-shirts for me and my sisters in honor of my Nana on her birthday, and we went to dinner with my dad and just. I know my dad was happy about that because he doesn't get to have all his girls together often. But even just for me and my sisters, like just like my baby sister, she getting older, she what 23 now. So just being able to talk to her and have different conversations and just be me and her going out to lunch, having a drink. Like what? My baby sister? What?
Don't tell me that.
I know, but it was like I'm so proud of her and what she's doing and the step forward that she's taking, and then just seeing how everybody's just growing within their own realm of their life. It was so nice to see. And then going from Arizona to Oakland, then hopping on another flight and going to DC for Kia and Cam's happily ever after party. Just it was just so nice. And then reunion with S fam, but then me also being able to. I took a little quick trip while I was in DC. I took a trip to Baltimore and hung out with a friend from high school who did a tattoo for me. Shout out to Sharan, girl, you did your thing. Got to spend time with her and catch up on those conversations. And mind you, I haven't, when I say years on years, I haven't seen this woman in years, but we've
Mm.
always stayed connected. So be able to have conversations with her and talk as if time has not passed. Like I promise you, it's probably been about 10 years, maybe longer. I literally haven't seen her in a long time, like in person and having conversations. So that felt really nice to have that connection. And then leaving DC, hopping on another flight, going down to the Bahamas and spending quality time with Shardea and having that time with her. It's just been back to back to back. And I was like, I knew July was going to be a full month for me, but I guess I didn't realize how fulfilling it would be until I was actually in it. Like seeing all these people and having all these connections, like my cup truly is running over. It felt so good to be able, not only to be able to do it, but I'm like, damn, but I could afford it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then on top of that, the grind did not stop with school. My laptop, my books, my everything was with me, and I appreciate the people that I've been around that respected my time for me to still be able to do school. So yes, I haven't seen my family in a while, but I'm gonna have to lock myself in this room for a couple hours, get some homework done, then I'm gonna come back out and spend time with y'all. Like they respected that. They understand that what I'm doing is important to me, so it's important to them. So like they didn't bother me. They understood that I'm doing what needs to be done, but I also wasn't gonna miss an opportunity to spend time with everyone just because I am in school.
Yeah.
So it felt good to be able to do that. Like it's a balancing act. I'm juggling, but I feel like I'm doing it really well, and I'm really proud of myself. Like I was even in the Bahamas, poolside, laptop out, baby. Okay, we gonna stay on this grind. I can relax and get some homework done. I felt like I was able to get my work done faster than when I was in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
It was just overall, it was just really really nice, and I think this is definitely one of the most fulfilling summers that I've had in a long time. Won't be doing no traveling for a while, but it was worth every single space, every city, every moment that I had with everybody. I'm like, I look forward to printing out all the pictures that I have from these last few weeks. It was amazing, and so I'm extremely happy. Almost want to.
But
I
girl,
might cry.
how many? That's why I felt I was gonna cry when I talked about the girls. How many batteries do you have in your bag? Because what it sounds like, the theme between both of us right now is spending quality time with people who we love, whether it's friends that we communicate with every day or whether friends who we tap in with every decade.
Right.
It's just that connection with people matters a lot. And it also, that reminder, I always think about when the pandemic hit and we couldn't have those connections. And that Because, at that time for me, I was like, this is too damn much. Like every weekend, I'm finding a different spin, a different spin,
Different spin.
a different friend to spend money with. And it was getting expensive money wise as well as time wise too. And now it's like, if I have that time and I'm not physically exhausted, I want to take the time because nobody's going to remember that Moni was on the laptop 60% of the time that they were together. They're going to remember that we went for a walk from dad's house to the corner store to get something real quick, or that a TT watched me act like I was Spider-Man, or me and Moni went down for the to the beach in the Bahamas. Like those are things that people going to remember, not that she had her laptop with her the whole time. Nobody's gonna remember that. They're gonna remember the good parts of it, and
Yeah,
then they're gonna remember Moni ain't stop her grind. Like, cause some people do close themselves off and say I have to lock in, but you can also lose association with people if you lock in too hard, and then you will regret like the times that were lost. Like, dang, I focused on school. And
hmm
I didn't get to do this, and this. But if you're able to balance it, which is a blessing, then it's worth living and having the experiences that you're having. So shout out to the people and experiences that have you smiling on this camera today.
So yours too, girl. Because what are we doing? Glowing. Period.
Yes,
In the ear like a Colgate commercial. We should do sponsorship for toothpaste.
right. What do I use? Sensodyne. I use Sensodyne.
Whatever the brand. Toothpaste. We got pretty teeth and we got beautiful smiles.
Yes. But all in all, I'm looking forward to having more fun, whatever that looks like. And someone said, and I was like, yo, that's so real. Like, we don't have to feel bad for if our fun for the weekend is chilling in bed and watching shows. Like, you don't have to be on the go all the time. I'm going bungee jumping, and then I'm going skydiving, and then I'm taking 10 lessons on karate. Like, it doesn't have to be bing, bang, boom, 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 bop, bang. Like, it doesn't have to be like that all the time. Like, fun is what you describe it as, even if it's sitting on a patio reading a book.
Even if
Yeah.
whatever fulfills you, that's what's most important.
Hmm.
Finding what keeps you going. You know. So yeah, I definitely look forward to having a lot more moments that are fulfilling. I look forward to it, and it's definitely gonna happen. It's only up from here, baby. Okay.
Hmm.
Ooh, child, that was one hell of a check in. All right, so since we have checked in, let's go ahead and get into what our hot topic of the day is going to be. Since we're talking about the girl in the mirror, yeah, what are we talking about? Yeah, what are we talking about today? Since you came up with this topic, it's been on your mind for a while.
It's been on my mind, yes, for a while. So, the reason why I wanted to talk about the girl in the mirror is because when I get ready every day, I'm staring at myself in the mirror. I'm brushing my teeth in the mirror, doing my hair in the mirror, washing my face in the mirror. When I go to the stores, whether it's Old Navy or wherever I'm going to shop for my clothes, I'm trying on my clothes in a mirror. And the reflection that's coming back to, I feel like I'm getting emotional, child. Sometimes I have to like wipe my eyes, like I'm trying to make sure I'm seeing what I really see. It's different than the reflection that I saw last year, or 5 years, or 10 years, or 30 years ago. And I noticed that there was a running thing talking with friends as well as us on our podcast talking about losing weight or eating healthier or trying to do these things. And I know for me, I can only speak for myself. Some of those things that I was doing was because I was trying to get back to my old body image. Or like even when we talked with Priscilla about Botox, in my
Mhm.
mind, I'm thinking about keeping my face young because I'm starting to see my face is aging. My hands are aging. My body is aging. My metabolism, that was the word of the day when my cousins kept joking saying, oh, you fat because you got slow metabolism. They only kids, y'all. But I'm like, dang, my metabolism is slowing down. It's so many changes that's going on. So that's why I wanted to talk about this with you, because I know I can't be the only one, and everyone has their own journey and things like that. So I wanted to talk about us embracing the journey and accepting our changes with our bodies. So that's the intro. That's my me. That's my version of saying hot topics for today.
Let's go ahead and get into it. And I think it's a great topic and something that should be discussed because I have definitely been thinking about this topic in regards to how I've been feeling over the past week. Because I'm like, initially I was like, I noticed changes in my body, but it hasn't really bothered me. But as of late, I have had some changes in my body where I'm like, ooh, child, no, 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 I don't like this.
So let's talk about it. When did you first notice that your body was changing? How did that make you feel when you noticed it? And how did so, how did you socially respond to those shifts?
I would have to say first noticing. I think first noticing when my mama first noticed. To be honest, like when I
When you started
started
getting
to,
boobs?
yeah, when I started to bud, and she realized I couldn't wear a t-shirt anymore. I needed a training bra. And then from a training bra, I remember I got my first bra, and I remember my sister making fun of me because you could tell that I had a bra on.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, and it kind of made me feel uncomfortable, but it was also like, but I'm supposed to have breasts. Like, it's the thing I'm supposed to have. So, I mean, of course, eventually I got used to it, but I think that was just my initial like understanding that my body was changing was when I started to bud and had to wear a bra. But then also once I started getting my period, and that was at 12.
Mm.
So I think that was like the true transition of like, oh, you're starting to become a woman now, and like understanding what my body started to need once it started to go through those specific changes. Because at that point, you're not a little girl anymore. You're a young lady. So yeah.
Yeah, mine is the same as far as the budding. My flowers grew fast, girl. They were budding so rapidly, and I really think what made it feel uncomfortable for me was the attention that I was getting.
Mm.
When I think about that young age, I was in between sixth and seventh grade, like both of those experiences. But that's when it started, and then it just went on forever. As a teenager, a young teenager, I when I look back, I had the body of a adult. My breast, I had a C cup by the time I was in eighth grade, because I said once those flowers started blooming, they bloomed. I remember walking through the halls of my mom's job, and just the jokes that the adults would give, like, oh, she got her little doorbell, she got her little knocker, like, oh my God. For me, I don't like attention. I'm the same way now. You and Kia could attest to this. Y'all used to, like, when we were in college, dancing, all that stuff. But when I see eyes are looking at me, I shut down, and then I'll start saying, "Go Moni," or "Go whoever else." Like, I'll try to put the attention on them. I'm having a great time, but it's like new people looking at me. I don't want that attention. I've always been that way. So for the people around me to give me attention like that made me feel uncomfortable, to the point where when it was time to wear bathing suits, I can never fit the little girl bathing suits. I always had to, like, of course, toddler Yaya and little tiny Yaya. I had the Baby Bop and Barney bathing suits now. But when it came to, okay, now you're 13, 14, and older, I couldn't wear one suits because they didn't come age appropriate for my size. So I had to wear bikinis when I was young. And then, yes, my friends are wearing them, but they got little B cups. They got A cups, and it doesn't look grown on them. I'm wearing that at my age, and not just older men, like grown up men, but also grown up women are looking at me like, that's a kid? Like, really wondering if I was a child. So my body morphed into woman, being a woman fast. It was like, take off, here we go. And that led me to hiding my body. And my mom used to try to fight against it and try to be that nurturing person and say, love your body, you're okay. And one of my aunts too, like, you're okay, you don't have to hide under this t-shirt. But I felt like I had to hide under an oversized t-shirt. I remember it was a point I told them, no, I gotta wear this shirt, my boobs are long. And they were like, my boobs are long like grandma. And they were like, no, they're not. I didn't understand how boobs are supposed to look. I just knew my boobs and my body didn't look like my friends. Like, they would wear the double polos or the spaghetti string t-shirt as their outfit. I couldn't wear that. Why? Because it didn't come in the little girl section for me. I had to wear the adult, like bigger stuff. So that was my first experience, was just trying to understand who I am. And the last thing that happened too was, first of all, I went to a school that was open when other schools were closed. It was a charter school, so we didn't run on the regular North Public School schedule.
Hmm.
And I would get bus tickets that said student ticket. When I would get on the bus, this man, he would not let me get on the bus. So sometimes I would have to walk home because he thought that it was the Jersey Transit. I have to speak just in case people aren't from here. So the regular city bus, we would get tickets to catch the regular city bus. And I would have to take two buses to get to my house. But once I got to the 25 bus line that went from downtown to my house, the man, every time he saw me, it got to a point where every time I saw him, I didn't even try to get on his bus because he assumed, based off of my body, that I was a grown woman. And he wouldn't let me get on the bus because he thought I stole a uniform. I don't know. How did I steal a school uniform and the ticket to
Going
get
to
on the bus?
extremes just to get on the bus.
Right. Like, that's too much. Why would I waste you know how much a uniform costs? Uniform money to get on the bus when I could just pay the $1.25 that it probably cost back then. But anyway, that's when I first noticed, and that's how society responded to me, which made me feel uncomfortable with my body. And I think that left a mark on me that I still like, even though I'm confident. Sometimes I go in waves of loving my body. Sometimes I'm like, holding that little side fat, or my arm didn't do this when I was in high school, it didn't jiggle. But that still has a hold on me. I guess trauma, or the things that I went through as a child, the discomforts that I went through as a child, I'm still checking it when I look at that girl in the mirror now.
Absolutely. I can definitely, well, I was going to say I can attest to that. I can only imagine how that feels because I know for me, I've never actually went through a phase where I guess society made me feel uncomfortable about how my body was changing. I think I was just going through the motions of growing and being a teenage girl. And I was just like, well, these things are supposed to happen. I just had to go through the ways of understanding how to now take care of my body, becoming a young lady. Like, what are the things I have to do? The things you got to keep in your purse, and things, make sure you stay fresh, and things like that, and just understanding like hygiene wise, so that I'm not embarrassed about the changes of my body. So just understanding that, and yeah,
That's funny how you laughed. That was so cute, like a little girl. How was that experience for you? Like learning, okay, I have to carry wipes or panty liners or different things that maybe everyone else, that my little sisters don't have to carry.
yeah, it was more so like getting used to it, and then like understanding when I need to, when you need to go, when you need to go check, or if you can smell yourself, other people can smell you too. Um, and not wanting to be stuck with embarrassment or not having enough of something.
Hmm.
I guess it was a little bit of a subconscious thing where it was like, I don't want everybody else to know that I have to carry around these things, but it should be normal that I have them. But everybody don't need to know that I'm on my period. Like it started. Everybody doesn't need to know that. But going through that process of my body changing, it did make me feel. I don't know. I guess like I had to connect with people differently in a way, because it's not like we were having conversations. Oh, I started my period. I started my period. I was not having conversations like that. I was not having conversation like that. And because I started when I was 12, um, I don't think I felt comfortable having conversations like that until I probably got to high school,
Mm.
with other girls. Just being able to be comfortable with talking about how we take care of ourselves and the products that we use and things like that. So just going the understanding process of who am I now as a young woman? Like what does that mean for me? I think it was more so me assuming that people were looking at me differently because I felt different.
Mm. That's probably how I felt, assuming like that people looking at me, they're looking at what I find to be an insecurity, but they weren't probably. They
Probably not.
probably wish they had boobs like me.
Right. They're
Wait,
probably stuffing their bras with tissues.
girl, yeah, probably. My experience of packing and preparing was opposite. So, um, the girls around me, they were catching their periods before me. So it was always like, oh, I want to experience that. I want to see what, I want to, carry stuff like that. So mine was exciting getting my little pouch and filling it with the stuff that I needed. But the difficult thing is when you said figuring out when you need to carry. Like I've had a couple of oopsies that my mom had to come to school with extra pants and things for me. But it was so comfortable for all of us girls to do that. I think it's because we had a lot of a lot of black women teachers who aided us in that way and supported us, even to the point where the boys were supported too. They didn't get menstrual cycles, but I remember, I'll never forget, I was like raising my hand with my fingers crossed because that's how we said we had to use the bathroom. And my teacher was not paying attention to me. Sharif, this boy in my class, was like, "Excuse me, she gotta go to the bathroom." And then the teacher was like, "Can't you wait?" And he was like, "No, she got that thing." Like he thought he he thought it was my period, but it was because for me it was my bra had broke, so I had to go to the bathroom to fix it. But he thought I was on my period, and I had to go really really bad. I was like, "Oh my god!" So yeah, let's go to the next question. Were you influenced by peers or anyone else to look physically different? Do tell.
Honestly, I would have to say no. I think I've always been the person, me myself, to determine whether or not I wanted my body to change or I wanted to look different just based off how my body was starting to change. I'm starting to get a little back fat, stomach starting to get a little rounder. So I would never say it was actually I was influenced by people or society or things that I saw on TV. I think I was always in blessed to be in a space where I was accepted for who I was. It was always me with the thought of, oh, I don't like this about myself. I don't like my feet, my little fat feet. I was like, if I could, I would change this. But also thinking now as an adult, back then my body was fine. Now I'm looking like I wish I had that body I had when I was in college.
Yes.
There was literally nothing wrong with my body then. And I was like, had I known then what I know now, it would be so much different. But I had to come to accept and grow into loving my body, similar to how I had to grow into loving my natural hair. Um,
Hmm.
it just these like a step in a process of learning to love myself for who I am and how I'm built. Because I used to be so not mad, but I thought it was weird that from the front, like I ain't got no hips. I used to wish I
That's how I
had
look.
like I used to wish I was a little wider. I'm like, dang, from the front I look flat, but from the side I look bow. You know what I'm saying? I always wish I was a little wider, but then I have my sister who was like, "Well, I wish I was got a little more in the back because she got hips, and you know what I'm saying? We got
Hmm.
different parts of mom. We didn't get it all. We got different parts." But then I also used to wonder too, like as I did get older, I was like, I wish I had smaller breasts. I'm like, where did these big kahunas come from? I'm looking at my family. I'm like, did it skip a generation? Who else is this big? Nobody. It's just me.
Nobody.
So I have definitely have gone through the phase where I'm like, dang, I wish I could just be a little bit smaller, a little bit tall. But now I'm content and I'm learning how to um adjust, eat differently, and be healthy in regards to how I want myself to look and feel comfortable with how I am in my body.
Hmm.
So yes, it's always been me and how I perceived myself. I honestly don't remember a time I've ever felt pressured by anybody for my body to be different. It always came from me.
Yeah, that's good, Moni. Snap it up, clap it up. Mine, cause I'm thinking a lot. Like would, I guess at this big age, I'm thinking no one ever really said anything too negative to me. It was always like when my aunt said I weigh 118 pounds because each boob was 9 pounds. It wasn't like she was criticizing me. I think maybe that's her way of like kind of like making me feel good about myself or whatever. Because a lot of women wish they could have bigger breasts. And then like when I was in middle school, the girls would be like, "Well, y'all need give me take the fat out of your boob, because we thought it was just fat at that age. Take the fat out of your boobs and put it in my butt and stuff like that. But stuff like that, remember earlier I said I don't like attention. I wish that I can get rid of my boobs because I didn't want that attention anymore. And two, to add on to it, I never had a boyfriend um at an early age. I had a church boyfriend. There was like some boys there was some boys that I liked that went to different schools and everything like that, and they never liked me back. And the girls that I knew that they liked, I don't want to call names, but I still remember those girls. They were petite, skinny girls. I was like, am I not skinny enough? Or then when boys did start liking me, do they just like me because I had boobs? Like, just not understanding or feeling insecure. Even into college, I would wonder, is this guy trying to hit on me because of my body? And I wish I could just hide my body. It wasn't until after my breast reduction that I started to feel confident. Because even on a step team, when it was came to us running, I remember certain people on the team would be like, "Hurry up, yeah, run faster," and I'm like, I could run faster, but it's too much. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna tell the boys. My breasts are like going up and down, and pulling on me. It's hurting my neck, and it's cutting into my skin, and it's really hurting me. But they, which I found out after my surgery, they thought I was just fat. Like, I remember even they would say Cheyenne should go on top of the pyramid, and I'm like, Cheyenne's bigger than me. But they didn't see breasts, they saw a fat girl. And now that makes me feel bad for people that are bigger, because you putting these things on them that they should be on the bottom of something, or they should fit this. If you just run faster, you'll lose weight. Like, that's so messed up. And then for you to like come to me, and then after I lose the breast, and give me kudos and say, "Oh, I see somebody's been working out." Well, what if I never got the reduction? Was I not good enough at that size that you assumed that I was? Because remember, I wore bigger shirts because I was trying to hide my breasts. I was trying to hide my insecurity so you couldn't. Because I went to a school that we hiked all day. We loved each other, but to get us through that long school
Yeah.
day, all we did was hike and make songs up about each other, and that was your homework, to come up with a beat and a song to hike on that person that got at you yesterday. So I'm not going to go to college and allow anyone there to hike on me or tease me or anything. I'm going to hide my insecurities. And then to trying to fit into clothes, like not understanding bodies, right? So even now we're learning where different parts of the cycle will what's the word? Like, our body reacts to our cycle. So if we're on our menstrual cycle, we may take in more water, or we may hold on to more fat, or we may do different things because our body needs that for our cycle. As a young child, even in my 20s, I didn't know that. I just would cry like, I was just 135 and now I'm 140, crying myself off. Or like in college, where I tried on Ebony's jacket. To me, I perceive we're the same size, and then she's
Hmm.
like, "Oh, you might not fit it because your back is bigger." And I'm trying on, I'm like, so that made me feel like I need to lose weight because I can't fit Ebony's jacket. Like, certain things, like, I guess trying to fit in the bunch of where the girls who were liked by the boys, and also the girls who had the average. I just wanted to be the average size, like the
Hmm.
average body size. But now I feel, like you said, I feel comfortable. I love where I am. I do think too, for me, when you look at me from the front, it looks like SpongeBob SquarePants, a little rectangle. When I turn around, it's like, oh, it's a little something there, back there. But I do, when I look at the scale, I'm like, oh my God, this is the greatest number I ever saw on that scale. But at the same time, little Yaya prayed for this. She hated having chicken legs. She hated like being like not like you said, not having hips and all the like little legs and little everything. So now let's be grateful for this weight that we're on,
Right.
and let's sculpt this body. Okay, you don't like how your arms do. Let's do some bicep curls. Or you don't like how your belly and your back is shaking a little bit when you go for a little jog, or how your belly's sitting on your lap. Let's fix that. But we don't necessarily have to lose weight. Accept this phase that we're in. I'm saying that to myself now. When I look in the mirror, this isn't the Yaya I'm used to seeing or that I thought I was. And I do look at old pictures like you said earlier. Dang, I did look good. Why didn't I appreciate that? So let's take that past appreciation. This is what I say to Yaya. Let's take that past appreciation and appreciate where we are now. Because in 10 years from now, I'm gonna be looking at pictures from now and saying, why didn't I love my body?
Yeah.
So let's, instead of complaining, let's work on it.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna hold you. I was looking at my pictures of myself from Kia and Cam's reception, and I'm like, my God,
Me too. I look pregnant.
I look pregnant. But the thing is, I know for a fact I was doing a lot of traveling. I was holding a lot of water weight. I was extremely bloated, and for me, looking back, I'm like, dang, I look fat. I know I'm not fat, and the weight that I had last week, I'm not holding that same weight right now. But for the
Mhm.
dress that I was wearing, and me looking at the pictures, I'm like, somebody probably looking at this and think I'm pregnant. Why she got a drink in her hand? Pregnant? Like, oh no, we gotta get that together. But then also at the same time, it's like, but I also know my stomach don't look like that every day. And given the circumstance of traveling and how I was feeling that day, my stomach was just a little bigger that day. And it
Right.
happens. I'm just going every time I look back at the pictures, I'm like, damn, I was so bloated that day.
Girl, the thing that made me smile at the video and the pictures was the fact that we had a good ass time. Like, we had an amazing time. All the pictures, the videos, we're smiling, we're dancing, everything. But I did have to make sure I text you and say, girl, if this ain't a wake up call, and that goes into, the girl in the mirror. The first thing was I took a picture with my aunt the beginning of this year or last year, the end of last year. And I was like, look at my face. It looks so chunky. Even now, I'm looking at a picture. I was about to say his name, me and my boyfriend. I'm looking at other pictures too. And I can tell this is grown woman Yaya compared to the younger Yaya. I don't want to fight to get back to younger Yaya, but I see where I want to tone. Like, it's one of those pictures, it looked like I had a triple chin. One of the pictures that Kia posted, I was like, whoa, I'm not reposting this. I don't like that. But we had such a great time. So that, it's just like, yeah, I know I was bloated. Me and Priscilla, we had breakfast and brunch and dinner and so many things that
Yeah,
whole day. It was a lot. I looked good from the front, just didn't like how I looked pregnant from the side. But, I'm gonna be happy. I'm not gonna beat myself up and put myself on a militant schedule or regimen or anything like that. But these are things that I want to work on so that I can feel happy
yeah,
when I'm not, aside from dancing, like when I am just doing regular day to day things. I want to go back to, like, I was having a conversation with my friend Tay, and I said, I know that I'm not comfortable with my gut size. Like, everything else is fine, but I can't dress the way I want to dress. Right now, I'm dressing according to my body size because I'm trying to, like, make sure my gut could fit into my pants and everything.
let it know it
But
to zip.
right, but like Yaya likes, I would like a little skin tight dress sometimes, or a crop top shirt without having to wear pants over. And I remember those pants, I felt like the high rise. I felt like nobody could see, girl, nobody could see my stomach. When I turned to the side, it was still there. I wasn't hiding nothing. So I want to be able to, like, feel comfortable, not just in my skin, but in any clothes. I want to have all the options, not just this is my only option. I feel restricted right now. And that, what I feel now, is not a societal thing. When I was younger, high school and early, late 20s, I would have Tiana Taylor and Lori Harvey. And I can't remember, probably Beyonce, but other stars I would have. Oh, it was Angela Simmons.
Inspo bodies.
Yes, I would have them as my lock screen. And I would tell myself it's my reminder to put that donut down or to put the cookie down or whatever the case may be. That's how I felt before, that I had to have those inspirations, but I ain't never hit it. So now I gotta find my own my own inspiration and what I need to do for myself to fit in. But I did feel like heavily, like, influenced by them. Like, dang, if they look like even the other day, I'm looking at Portia eating a lobster and a full steak and a potato. I'm like, where's her vegetables? How does she look so snatched? I don't know who's doing what to their bodies, who's getting different things to help them lose the weight and everything like that. I know my own journey, and my only competition with that has to be myself. But I do feel energy wise better. And I'm glad that I'm in this with you, that we're both gonna work on ourselves.
Absolutely.
But you see how we said, no one said, dang, y'all look pregnant. That was us looking at the thing and saying, wow, I don't like this about that. I know it's because of this, but I want to work on this.
Yeah, it was us.
Yeah,
Because nobody reached out and said, are you want to tell me something? Nope, nobody was thinking that.
right. Like, are you sure this your drink? Yeah, that's my drink. It's the sugar. The problem is the sugar.
The sugar, the food, the everything. Ugh, water weight, child.
Mm-hmm. The less metabolism.
Right.
Have you ever done anything to try to fit the mold of society for physical beauty?
I think the only thing that I've tried to do is probably a fad diet. Like, let me see if this diet works for me. It's so many different ones out there, and I think just going through the process of trying to find what works for me and what works for my body.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, it's just a matter of moderation. That's what I figured out works for me. I can eat wherever I want. I don't have to overindulge and be a glutton. I can still eat good food. I can work out and still have a very healthy body. It's not about restriction and only eating these things and putting myself on this specific type of diet. So I had to learn just me like fasting, not eating after a certain time of day, not eating after 7 p.m., drinking more water so that I feel more full and I'm not eating so much more food. Like things
Mm-hmm.
like that. Figuring out what works for me and not trying to do what's working for everybody else. I think that was the biggest lesson for me because me trying what other people are doing, but me not seeing results
Yeah.
would get super frustrating. So I had to come up with my own regimen of what I wanted to do for myself. Like, yes, workouts and going to the gym, yes, but more so when it comes to what I'm putting into my body, I had to figure out what works for me and create the best solutions to make sure that I don't want to be sad that I got to eat certain foods and I can't eat certain foods and I'm restricting myself. I don't like or feel like I'm starving.
Yeah.
Like I'm starving myself because I like to eat too much. Starving myself ain't never gonna work. Your girl like to eat, okay, and she be eating good, all right. It's all about moderation. Like using having a smaller plate. You ain't gotta have a big old plate to fill up that whole thing. Have a smaller plate. Get little pieces of something. You ain't gotta eat everything. Sample.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You don't have to have a big old piece. Get a little piece of everything. See how you feel after a small portion, drinking water, and then see if you're still hungry. You don't have to have large portions of meal. So it's like stuff like that that I had to learn to ensure that my body was still getting the nutrients that it needed. Because I'm like counting the calorie thing. That's not for me. I can't
Mhm.
do it. It's too much work for me. I'm not weighing my food like that. That don't work for me. Like I know that I see results when I'm consistently working out and just eating properly and fasting and not eating after a certain time. Like just making sure I'm disciplined enough to follow the regimen that I have for myself. That's how I know when I see the results. Like it's not a matter of like I'm eating salads 3 times a day. Like no, because even when I juice because I just want to do a little cleanse for myself, a little reset. It's not because I'm doing the juice cleanse. I see somebody else doing the juice cleanse. I was like, I felt like I did my research and I felt that it was beneficial and something for me to try, and I actually like it. It works good for my body. So
Mhm.
that's the only thing. How do
Yeah, I've never tried a fad. The only things that I've tried are the things that you mentioned. Juicing sometimes to cleanse your body out. Like, I think, oh, maybe I'm just backed up a little bit. Let me juice so I can clean out my system and lose some weight because I think I'm holding up a little bit. Um, oh, let me just try to eat a little bit cleaner and um have more vegetables, like just changing my lifestyle, whatever the case may be. I never tried anything else. Like even when it came to the skinny girl pills, I forget what it was called, like all those things that they were selling on Instagram, skinny
you?
girl tea or something like that. I didn't try. I don't think I tried that ever. If I did, it didn't last long.
Yeah,
That was
now
a long
everybody's
time
talking
ago.
about what are they talking about now? Ozempic. Everybody's talking
Yeah,
about Ozempic and whatever other I forget the other supplement, but
but
yeah.
those things I don't turn my nose up to it. Like things that people that will really benefit them if they fit the criteria. Like there's different types of surgeries or vitamins or things that people use, and some people do benefit from having that support if they qualify for it. But I don't think you going into the office. I know my doctor looked at me and was like, you don't need it.
Right.
Like, you just need to at least try to work on your diet. And how often I would love to say, I do need some help because this. When I look at it, yeah, you ate that whole pint of ice cream in 20 minutes, and then you had fried chicken for 3 days, and then you had like a whole tub of Biscoff by yourself. Like, I'm to
Chicken snacks
blame. And
out the house.
when's the last time you went to the gym? Like, I know for me, I have the same thing. I think you're my twin, bro. Like, I have to make sure that I'm eating decent. I ain't gonna say I'm the cleanest eater, but I have to make sure that I'm eating decent, that I'm getting enough rest, and that I'm working out. Like, when I was the Yaskis that was going to, and these things I loved because of physical, because of socialization, and because of mental health. Excuse me, when I was going to Orange Theory Fitness, when I was going to Pilates,
Loved Orange Theory.
excuse me too. Also, it was, and then kickboxing. I think those are the only three things aside from regular Planet Fitness that I did. Body was great. Like, and I think what needs to be seen when I look at the girl in the mirror is the beauty that's there. Like, even I ask sometimes when I feel low, when it's that time of the month, I'll ask my boyfriend, do you think I'm pretty? Like, one time I asked him, did he think I was fat? Because I was feeling fat. And I think that, whatever I'm feeling, that the other people feel too. I've asked you several times, did you think I was fat? And then he said, just same thing that you said, no, you just got a little belly. Like,
Good.
yeah, like I remember you and Sade was like, yeah, you are not fat. And I was like, I am fat. But that's a journey. It's gonna be continuing, just getting used to my body changing. Me having to buy different size clothes, whether I'm going up in size or down in size. Even like seeing my face in the mirror.
Yeah.
The wrinkles that's growing, or the shape of my face is
And the
changing.
gray hair that's coming in, child.
Yes, it's like all changing. And I remember at one point I was feeling weird taking selfies because it was like, this is not how I look. But I didn't want to use a filter either because I'm like, that's not how I look. And I don't want to be the person that, I mean, sometimes, don't get me wrong, I do use filters.
Give a damn. I would use the filter, no filter makeup, no makeup. See, I ain't got no makeup and no filter today. I do what I want on
Yeah.
YouTube.
But I'm saying this because I don't want all my pictures that when I show Nala Noah in the future, or anyone sees pictures of me, is like, that's a cartoon version of her. That's not how she looked.
Hmm.
But that's like, I want to be able to show true pictures so that I can know who I'm comparing myself. Like, I can't compare myself to no duck lip picture. That wasn't me. Like, even if I'm, aside from everyone else looking at old pictures of me, who am I looking at? Like, oh, I used to look like this. I didn't look like that. So, Imani, we had her on last season talking about being an influencer. She posted something saying that she was working to get comfortable with taking pictures of herself at this age, and she's seeing that she's aging, but the power in that is aging gracefully. Thank
Absolutely. Come on, preach.
thank yeah, thank God that we are able to age, because not a lot of people made it to this age that we are now. And yeah, I'm starting to love the changes. I'm starting to love the woman that I see in the mirror. Not starting, but not hiding,
Yep.
and not feeling bad, and not feeling ashamed. Some people feel bad when somebody's spot on about their age. Like, we all want somebody to guess younger, right? But it's okay if they guess 33 or however old a person is.
25. I'll take. I love. Like I'll take it.
Yeah. But also a part of taking it is too, a lot of them look older.
Right. You how old?
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, just all of it is about appreciating where I am in life and how I feel.
Absolutely. Wholeheartedly agree. Accepting who you are, where you are. Meet yourself where you at. You
Yep,
see what's there. If you don't
yep.
like what you see, what you're gonna do about it. But also, we've talked about this. Loving the skin that you are in.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't take it off.
Yeah. I mean, you could, but that's a lot of work and that's painful.
It is a lot of work.
Yes. So before we close this off, what are some self acceptance techniques that you can use? Maybe you've used it in the past or that you would try to use. So I'll start. One thing that I started to do is instead of crying, because I have been there. I beat myself up, not literally, but like talking to myself badly in a fitting room because I couldn't fit a certain size outfit. And I said, you know what? Yeah, yeah. Maybe they started to cut stuff smaller, or maybe it's
They're
not the
making these
quality that you
clothes different.
need.
Why are they making these clothes?
Because yeah, because I heard my aunt saying she had to make sure she read the tag to see what was used for the to make the clothes because polyester stretch. And I said, oh, so that's why that size 8 fit and this size 10 doesn't, because this one doesn't have stretch. Or maybe this size 10 fit, but this size 10 doesn't because it's shaped like a box. And even though I think I'm like a box, I actually have curves and this is not made for my body. So now I'm understanding that all numbers are not made alike. All smalls, mediums, and larges are not made alike. We have to know what the fabric of what the clothing is. And then also when I try on clothes, talking, okay, yeah, yeah. We can't get this dress now, this type of dress now, but we can work towards it. Yeah, yeah. If you want to be able to wear this dress by next whatever, then you have to work on it. We can't keep coming to these fitting rooms complaining. So that's what I tell myself. Instead of like crying and wanting to hide under my cover, try to use it as a little motivation.
Absolutely. For me, it's the positive affirmations in the mirror. Not necessarily in the dressing room, but just like telling myself, "Oh, girl, you look good." Once I get rid of this, once I get rid of that,
I can
just
see you doing it.
motivating myself. I just sent you a few videos of my
I was about to
girl.
say,
Look around and slim down. She poking out. Once I get rid of this, don't talk to me
talk to me nice or not at all.
or not at all. Because once I get rid of this, all you're gonna see is my back. Okay, so it's just, but for me, it's just motivating myself and pumping myself up because I know that I can do it. I just need the discipline to get the body that I want because I've been there before.
Yeah.
So I just try to and I track my progression. So tracking my progression also is like a sign of like, "Whoo, yes, girl, we doing it. It's working. We staying consistent and we're doing the thing." Because when you're not consistent, you start to fall off. You got to start all over again. Start as many times as you need to. That's what I done told myself because I'm not perfect and
Mhm.
life happens and sometimes you just stop. You know what I'm saying? Over the last couple of weeks, I've been traveling so much, I haven't had time to sit down and even think about a dumbbell. I've been doing a lot of walking, but it also has not been enough. So I haven't been doing my normal regimen. So of course I'm gonna gain a few pounds because I've been
Mhm.
eating good and enjoying life. So it's just the positive affirmations, literally looking myself in the mirror and telling myself I look damn good.
Yes.
Okay, and I
On my
will
mama and on my hood.
and I will continue to look good. And if there's something that I perceive that I want to tighten up or change a little bit, I can do that. But you fine, girl. Look at you. You fine. Yes, face clearing up, period. Lashes long. Go ahead and blink,
Good
period.
night.
Now, show your teeth.
Good night,
You got to talk
Simone.
nice to yourself. If you don't talk nice to yourself, expect somebody else to do it. You look good today. Get it,
And I
period.
want to add to that too is some people that I know personally have gone through, and that you know too, you may not know that they went through it, but that they've gone through surgeries, that they are on different things to help them to reach their physical goal, or some people to meet their goals aesthetically, like getting Botox and different things like that. It's not everyone's business to know what people are going through or anything like that.
Yeah.
But you can get all these transformations. It doesn't matter if you still don't think that you're beautiful or good enough or that you don't feel good on the inside. I know some of like we don't know how she really feels, but we know that she portrays to be very happy and in love with herself, Lizzo.
Hmm. But she
And
looks good. To me, Lizzo looks good.
to you, I'm trying to talk for Lizzo. We don't know how Lizzo felt. We know that she portrayed to be glowing. She always, every time we saw her before drama kicked in, but even after the drama kicked in, she was always glowing. She always seemed happy. Even the people were just shutting up the naysayers because y'all shut up. Like y'all can, we bet y'all can't twerk and play an instrument like she can. Like
Right.
she be, like she looked like the happiest person on earth. You could have somebody I don't want to say super skinny because that's a being anorexic is not healthy, but being like what society would think is like, oh, you snatched, honey, you got it together, you're physically beautiful, you're you got it going on, but they're not happy with it. Like I see some people that we know that they say, like, I think you snatch, you look good. And then I have a conversation and I found out they want to gain more weight because they wish that they were bigger and things. And I'm like, yo, I was at a point where I wished I had gained weight too because I had chicken legs.
Yeah.
So everybody's always on their same, I mean, on a different point of their journey. But I think what comes from what both of us are saying is speak affirmations to yourself and find something, even if it's one thing a day or one thing a year. Find something about yourself that you love and appreciate, and speak that positivity to yourself. That's the only thing that helps, because if I don't do that, I will still be sopping on in my bed. I probably would have got to a point, honestly, no holds bar, that I would say I don't want to do video anymore because I don't like my triple chin. Like, I can we just do audio podcasting because I don't like how I look and I don't feel happy about it, but I'm not there and I hope I don't get there. But it's all about how you feel.
Mhm. Absolutely. I'm feeling real good. See my see my shoulders out today.
Shoulder lean. Yes. But I'm glad that we were able to have this conversation with
Absolutely.
not just each other, but with the audience. I think that, like, how you, when I first shared this podcast idea, you were like, oh, I don't think I could relate, I'll listen and stuff like that. But I think everyone, because you just showed today, everyone can relate to this topic. We all went through some comparing and contrasting, whether out loud or anything, or maybe you were the person that was compared to, I don't know. But everybody goes through it. We don't come to this world 6 pounds 5 ounces and stay that size. We all grow in some kind of way. We all grow in some kind of way. Whether it's our eyes got now a little, what you say, crow's feet
Yes. Little
on
crow's
it,
feet, little bags under the eyes. Shoot, I'm probably gonna go put some eye patches on right after this. Relax
or
a little
maybe
bit.
like
My feet up.
like me, my high school arms never jiggled and now they jiggle. So everybody's different, you know. And I got laugh lines. I It's hard to, but I like my cheeks. So smile lines, yeah. But yeah, I like this podcast episode. Thank you all for tuning in
Yes,
to
sir.
our supposedly short.
I don't think it's necessarily meant to be short. It's just a hot topic episode where we don't just do all the other segments.
Yeah,
I feel like initially they were meant to be short, like, oh, we can just do the hot topic. But it's so much to talk about and it's so encompassing with so many different things. It's like, well, you still
yeah,
got the regular time of a normal type of episode.
yes. But thank y'all for listening. Do you have anything else to say before we go?
Not actually, I don't. Well, actually, I will say this: if you do not already have an affirmation for yourself, you should create one and say that in the mirror every day. Speak nice to yourself.
There's one already that exists.
What?
On your mama, on your hood,
I
you
look
look
fly.
fly.
I look good.
Yes. Yep. Believe it. Because I mean, I don't know if Moni ever felt that, but sometimes I would think that I was not pretty. And then I would hear songs that affirm to me, one, we all go through this to feel that way. Like Destiny Child has songs, and who does sing? You can fix your hair if you want. But I used to sing that to myself when I was younger. Like, I can fix all these things, but I'm really pretty. Like, I don't need to do all these man-made things. That's not to shade anybody who does do anything. I'm thinking about I might get a mommy makeover after I have a baby.
Been
Little nip and
inspired
tuck. Yeah, shoot. I ain't got time. I gotta save my coins. But yeah, thanks for listening to our podcast episode. Hopefully, technology works well enough so that you can hear us in your ears in 2 weeks.
on time. We're gonna cross our fingers and hope and pray because I don't need another episode with a technical difficulty. Okay,
Right,
this life ain't for the weak.
right. And until next time, y'all, stay black. Yay, good job.